Alrighty, we are live. Hey everyone, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, Bassman and John? David's not here yet. I'm sure he will be in due course. Sorry I wasn't on yesterday. I either failed to set my alarm or slept straight through it. One of the two. I'm not quite sure. Either way, I'm here now. Um, Now, today I want to get as much done as we can on what's left to be done on the 109 and the P-51D. Now, Bassman, tomorrow, shall we get started on the Batmobiles? Um, or at least we can get them on the desk. We can have a bit of a. There's a few things I want to consider with it. But yeah, as far as do we get one of these little numbers and go around the door rims, because it does on normal printing bring the door edges up, but we're talking about something that's pressed in black anyway. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, well, we'll do that, I reckon. Yeah, because I don't mind leaving the anything that we don't get done on the P-51D and the 109 today, we can finish on Sunday. That's the plan. And we can do the rest of the week on the Batmobile. Maybe another week on the Batmobile. We shall see. Now, people. First things first, as always. Boom. Oh, yeah. Now, I've got something to show you. My fine feathered fiends. Now, coming around, what I have to show you, good people, is, give me a moment, let's clear a bit of space here. And I'll pick it up that way so I don't get anywhere near their bloody decals. Delete. On its wheels. Now, we can even, now there is still some stuff to go on the bottom, not much, and some work to be done on the bottom. We can do that pretty much right now. So yeah, there we have him. Pretty much anyway. But before we get too carried away, I was going to trot out the line as used by one Winston Wolfe in Pulp. I'm just going to move this camera up a bit. In Pulp Fiction. But I thought that might be a little crass with regards to what one might not want to do. Oh, hell with it. I'm not normally this polite. Let's not start sucking each other's dicks just yet. I've always thought that's a great line because it pretty much, yeah, sometimes, let's not get away. And here's the color we seek, oily steel. Now, what I want this for is just to go around this area. I'll put some filler on this vent, and that should tidy that up for us. And then we'll I'll give that a bit of a touch up, actually. Yes. With a bit of oily, mucky sort of colour there is a good option. So we'll get that done. Oh, David. That reminds me, of course, I have failed to say hello to Basswoman. And whilst, hi, David. And of course, by extension, say hello to her ladyship. And John, if you have a lady in the background, do say hello. It's the polite and done thing after all. Now, next. It's the first time I've used this particular bottle of, I suspect I'm going to need to use a bit of a pin on that, am I? Yes. In being transported from Spain, the top has dried somewhat. Now, yep, say hello, that's what we do. It's just the way we roll. Oh, come on. There we go. Now, all being well. There we are. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, come on, come here. Well, thank you. Bloody thing. Now, I'm not going to be needing to be too precise here. We'll go with this one. Come here, you. Now, just across into there. That's better. It's not perfect. Although one thing I have learnt through this rather enjoyable hobby is that perfect rarely happens. Yeah, certainly been something good for me to learn. Now, still not as nice as I might like it. A bit more into here, perhaps. Because this is a very thick paint, I'm almost able to fill gaps with it, which is no bad outcome. Now it's starting to look the way I want it. I might just get a bit more paint out. Once I get this done, I'll give you a zoom in. It is looking much better. It's not quite there yet, but it's looking better. Oh, I've got an itchy hand. Itchy. There we go. Now, once we've got this painting done, there's a couple of things that need to be attached here. So we'll do them. This is a brand spanking new one, and it's giving me this sort of tosh, I believe is the term. Boy, this needle is why you little. Come here, you. Now, stop giving me this knees bent advancing behavior and just come out, damn you. Not quite like that. Testing my patience there, I tell you. Well, I can't say it's not unblocked, can I? Dearie me, kids. Now, we shall continue what we were doing. Now I need to. Today is one of my course days. I go to my course for the next 6 weeks on Mondays and Tuesdays, and today being Tuesday, yes, that's one of the things we need to stick here, and here is the first the stance for the drop tanks and then drop tanks in turn. Although there is, I believe, an option for what looks like either a different type of drop tank, or potentially look, there could even be bombs. Not the normal sort of shape. I'll show you in due course. Now, I believe this. There we go, that's better. And a bit there. That's not quite steady, I can tell. Give me a moment. All right. Let me just rinse the brush. That's not a metaphor, by the way. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Ba-ba-da-ba. Rinse, rinse. Oh, I'm going to stop right there. Now, after I show you this, before we stick the drop tank things on, I'm actually going to glue something on the 109. Yes, but first. So, bit of tidying up on the undercarriage paintwork, but it's not perfect. You can see there is a bit of a thing going on there, but it's a lot better. And there's other things we can put on. The other wheel cover, for example. But yeah, coming along. Ooh. Oh, nice. That would have been interesting. I've been to an air show they're not that common where I live, although that's a bit odd in a sense, because we actually do have it. Maybe I'm just not paying enough attention to the right media outlets, but we actually have quite a large airbase not that far from out of the city. Now, is this stable enough? Yes. Which means that we can glue this on. Now, actually I can grab this one a bit more sturdily, can't I? Yay. Like so. Is how that goes. Boom. Alright. Let's do it, boys and girls. Yep. Alright. So where do I wish to apply the glue is the next salient point. Probably there, there. Alright. Now, let us do this. Glue. You can get over here. Now tomorrow, Wednesday, I have, I also have to be aware that I've got my swimming class tomorrow. Trying to think, is there a day when I don't have to suddenly scooch off these days? The answer is possibly not, but that's okay. Alright, let's see how we go, guys. Just give that a bit of a wipe. Oh, glue's still coming out. I might have to put the lighter onto it in due course. We'll leave that discussion there. I haven't put the glue on this, have I? So now, all being well, we just go bang. Let me wipe my fingers, otherwise I'm concerned I'm going to get glue on the kit where I don't want it. So let's have a look. Nice. I think, yep. I can come at that. I reckon you can get the other side done by the looks of it. Oh, hey, you go. How you doing? So obviously I'm not going to turn this right side up yet, but there we go. Yep. Now the reason I want to get these on now, or that on now, we have, well, a few options as to what we can do with our 109, but that's a whole nother. First things first. Let's get these Fent on. Then we'll get back to the P-51D for a moment, and we'll get the other wheel cover and the drop tank mounts on. These are the things. Now, where is it? Ah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, I'm good. Now, come on. There we go. Up here, come on. Bit more, come on, you know, here, one. Okay, and a bit there, and we're done. All right. What's that? Not quite. Oh, you little... Oh, you can't have a thing. And breathe, Rob. It was all coming together so nicely. And breathe. Now, at least I've got those out the way so the glue won't. I do wonder why they've put this cover into... Get off my finger. In two parts. It's a bit frustrating. Just going to have to suck it up, soldier. Let's get this back in position then. Then we'll get back to the P-51D. What? Really now? I'm dropping the whole bloody glue thing. What the hell goes on there? Now, I've got to say that's possibly the one area of this kit that has been a pain in the ass. It's this vent. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I tell a lie. The decals are a pain in the ass too. Not all of them, just some of them. Now, maybe I'll be doing myself a Flavor Flav to... Right. All right. Testing my patience, I tell you. Now, next time I'll just have to be... I think I'm just going to go one at a time, if you know what I'm saying. I do my usual impatience thing. Right. P-51D, get over here, you. Let's get this paint out of the way before I put my hand in it and get grumpy. And give me a moment. Here is the other wheel cover. Now, sprue cutters. Might want to get this out the way, hey? Mouthful of coffee. Oh. Yep. Now, with this done, oh, and the drop tanks, of course, it's not much left. Giggity. And indeed, all that's really left to do is a bit of trickery with the aerial wire, because it actually starts inside the cockpit. I've geared the canopy for that. But I've worked out how it can be done. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Just fold that nicely. There we go. Now, this will go that way. Yes, it will. Now, this will probably be a tweezer job, I would suggest. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. You guys may or may not have heard what I just heard, but it was clearly a large semi with the driver leaning on its horn in a manner that suggests that some dickhead has cut them off in a manner most heinous. Yeah, the legions of the temporary Australian. Now, see, I definitely think this is a... we'll go for tweezers. Tweezers are really my preferred option. But Let's just see how we roll. Give me a moment. Let's do this without the glue. Oh yeah, I'm probably being a drama queen, as always. Yeah, that can happen. All right, nice and easy. Do I want to put the glue on? Voila. Yeah, probably the sensible way of doing it, isn't it? Deedly. Deedly. Yeah. There we go. And bam. And oh, I've got it like that. Okay, that works. Come here. No, I do not want you that way. The other one is not as stable as I'd hoped. This is going to fall over. No, it's not. Not yet, anyway. Boom. Right. Yep. There's our wheel covers in place. Yay. I kind of would like to leave that for a little to get a bit of stability before we get onto the brackets for the whatchamacallit, drop tanks. In which time, good people. Oh, hey George, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't see you there, mate. So yeah. Alrighty. Coming together. Pop this over to here for a moment. Now, as you may recall, I lost the one of the photo etch wheel covers for the 109. And there was a wailing and gnashing of teeth there was. To that end, I have found something to replace them with. Yes, I have. Now, give me a moment, something I want to quickly think about. Where's the other half of that? Others are going to be, that'll make me very grumpy. Let's just at least keep them visible, shall we? Annoying bloody things, I tell you. Now, German grey, I believe that is. Marvellous stuff, it. All right. Now what we're going to do, give me a moment. That's not the one I was looking for. That's not the one I'm looking for. This is the one I'm looking for. Pardon me. Two wheel covers for a 109, no less. Boom, shaka, laka, laka, wop, bamboo. Now, the interesting thing about these ones, I'll give you a zoom in on this even, is they actually have a little bit of added detail that does make me go, ooh, should I or shouldn't I? Because, give me a moment. No, not yet, cutie guy. And my next kit will be, and I'll be focusing very heavily on it, started tomorrow, and that's the Batmobile. Now, there we go. Now, on these ones, whilst obviously the bulk of that's going to be German grey, you can see there's like a little bottle and gas line. And do I or don't I, guys? I'm thinking I do. If I'm going to allow myself the luxury of going through to Sunday, and which will probably be predominantly 109 work, I may as well as go to town. What? So I shall. Now, to that end, this is a time when we'll use acrylics before we hit the German grey because they'll dry quicker. And in fact, if I'm going to do those little detail-y bits, I believe that's the technical term for them, detail-y bits, I might be better served doing them, letting them dry, and doing the grun. Boom. Then I get home from a course later today, I'll do the German grey. That's a plan. I have never attempted to, John. In the bigger scheme of life, the universe, and everything, there is nothing to say I cannot do so, if you follow me. Look, there's a whole world of interesting things that I would like to and could potentially explore. So yeah. But I haven't explored that one yet. That's the nuts and bolts on that front, but I haven't explored that one yet. Now, okay, let's have a closer look at these under good magnification and see what colors we might roll with for our detailing. I'm thinking for the white's perfectly sound for the bottle and the cable. Maybe just a bronze piping. All right, let's do that, shall we? Nice and easy. Ooh, looky that. And next, do I have bronze out? No. Yes. Oh, yes. Here it is. Now, to that end, yeah, we'll get these covers done to the point that I want them done so as they're drying. Then we'll get onto the drop tank brackets on the P-51, and then we'll see. We're getting places now. Focus and zoom out a bit for this at this juncture, I think would be the way to roll. Now, well, as I have the bronze in hand, I may as well as do that part of me. So let's do that. But normally when I do 109 covers, I actually do the rim there a different color and stuff, but the way it was set out on the assembly sheets for the for the BF109A, it said not to. And I can see, yeah, maybe not. And I usually go a slightly darker grey, like a German fueled grey, so it'll stick out a bit. Might do that. Pedantry, I know, but you know, if I'm going to be going the whole box and dice for this caper, we all know I do. Now, where's that piece of cardboard gone? You get over here. And you saw. There was a thing on YouTube I saw. Now, I'm pretty sure some of you guys would have heard me discuss this comedy sketch before, where long and the short of it, excuse me, I'm just selecting my brush. In a completely inappropriate context, a pianist starts playing electric sixes, a totally inappropriate environment, that being a Edwardian / Victorian sort of gentleman officers evening. Starts playing I Want to Take You to a Gay Bar. Anyway, and I've noticed that song, covered by numerous out bands, is played. Anyway, the video was postulating, has it become a classic? And I'm thinking, musically, there's not much to it. But obviously, it's got something that draws in a lot of people. I've even seen. I see you, John. Oh, glad you had a good glad you had a good chat. But yeah, the postulation was, has it become a classic? And I guess it depends on how you define such things. But it certainly has a cult following amongst some people. It's interesting. Well, I find it interesting from a musical perspective, being a musician and all. I think I can call myself that with a clear conscience. All right. So where we're going with this, and there's not going to be much that we're going to be doing with this, I hasten to add, is one tip I will give you about the song in question. If you feel the inclination to track it down on YouTube and you go for the original film clip, brace yourself. It gets a bit rugged. If you have any homophobic bones in your body, do not watch this video. That's my advice to you. Yeah, I worked at the gay bar and I was going, dear God, lads, manners. So, I'm sure you get the idea straight away. Actually, as a place to work, it was a bit of a hoot. Certainly from the viewpoint of, because I was the bouncer there. And the reason I was the bouncer was because I needed someone to take care of business if gay bashes came down, which is just the most weird thing never understood the mentality behind that. We'll leave that discussion there. Anyway, point being that, so you can imagine, I've got a fairly fair idea as to what does and doesn't fly, and I'm good with that. I am. I did the wrong spot. It's okay. We're going to go over it anyway. But the Electric Six film clip is enough to make the bravest man flinch. Probably made you curious now. As far as curious to see the film clip, and when you see it, or if you see it, just be aware. It's almost like I've almost just done the whole Pandora's box thing, haven't I? The whole don't open it, for you do not know what lies at the bottom. Of course, straight away, what are people going to do, man? You got to say, out of all these various myths, it's not just the whole Pandora's box one. There's even the Adam and Eve thing where don't do this. Yeah, well, what do you think people do? What's the first thing people do when you say don't do this? They do that, you know? So the whole concept of God and his do not bite the forbidden fruit. Gee, a basic misunderstanding of human nature. What was he thinking? Geez, he's supposed to be the supreme creator, and he didn't work out that his own creation was going to therefore go, yeah, don't do that, you reckon? Yes, as I was continuing in my... Oh, hang on, I've got to get this the right way around. Hang on. Yeah, now returning to my rant. Yeah, what was he thinking? You know, we all know the drill. As I said, tell people it's like turning into a child. Now, don't do this, Johnny. Otherwise, something bad will happen. And what's the little bugger going to go and do? Boom! I remember once, this is actually kind of funny on the topic of telling a kid not to do something, what's going to happen. I used to work in childcare. Hang on, let's get this wire a bit more conveniently positioned. There we go. That's better. It's not comfortable, but it's better. Anyway, and the kids, I mean, bearing in mind we're talking preschoolers here, there's a group of boys who had this predilection for putting things down the the drain in this long sink that was around the corner, and I'd had to clear it out a few times. And it wasn't just but they'd been told by numerous I think the thing was for them that they used to like to block it up and see if they could get it to overflow. You got to give them points for at least not marveling at the cause and effect of it all, but yeah, whatever. Anyway. Excuse me. And anyway, I was standing in the yard keeping an eye on the other kids one day, shortly around the time that I'd cleared out, or the last time I'd cleared out the drains and da-da-da-da-da. This young lad sidles up to me and says, I think there's something you might want to see. Okay, what's that, man? And he shows me, and it takes me around the corner, and there's the lads in question who are the main perpetrators of the act of stuffing the drain, doing the same and seeing if they could, again, get it to overflow. And as I've gone, who was the nearest one to it? I can't remember. But I think it was Cooper. No, stop. I heard this little voice next to me go, yes, I thought so. All right. Yep, that'll do it. I'm going to rinse the brush and I'll give you a zoom in. Yeah. Yeah, the single biggest way to do anything is to make people wonder, why? Yeah, watch what happens then, sunshine. Now, what we've done there, give me a moment, and it's minor and it's trivial, but that's just the way I roll. As to how much of this will actually even show up in the final analysis, who knows? Bing. Yep. Bam. That's it. That's all I've done. And what I'll also do, once I've done the German grey, I'll go around on the raised areas with German field grey, which is darker again, just to give it a bit of a highlight the way it might have operated with had we been able to keep both. You know, I'm going to find that other one sometime very inconvenient, don't you? But yeah, there you go. Zoom out a bit. Now, hang on a moment. I'm back now. Forgot to mute before. Now, next. Yes. Alrighty. Now, the only thing I need to get assessed here, I think I know which way around they will go. We'll just check that for our own edification. Yep. Alrighty. And the other thing I need to check is yeah. Right. Okay, got it. C4 goes on that side. Of the two parts we're looking for are parts 3 and 4. Yeah. Being these ones. And we'll just right. All right. So or rubbing. I'll get in. There we go. Now, really? Trying to get into there. I don't want to just disappear, you know? And it's just a bit of a, there we go. There you gotcha. Now, quick file there and there. That goes there. Now, excuse me, I opened my, what the fuck is that? This piece of sprue, I've got no idea how it got to there. I opened my file case incorrectly and got, unfortunately, only one file dropped out. Deary me, people. Deary me. Now, give me a moment. Reaching down. Getting. Yay. All right. Now, here we go. I suspect This will be another tweezer job. I should possibly, may have benefited from doing the drop tanks first. Never mind. All right. Now, you know I'm going to check one more time, don't you? But yeah, it's just my paranoia. All righty then. We'll use these tweezers. It's going to go on that. What? Just don't turn over on me when I put you down there, damn you. Right. There's the tweezers we're going to use. I'm guessing the easiest way will just go blobber glue, and put it in. Yes. Let's do that, shall we? Yep. There we go. And there we go. Oh, you little. Oh, you annoying little fucker. Saw that coming. Now you see, this is why I am not a big fan of tweezers. It's really hard, I find anyway, to keep a good controlled grip on them. They are rarely cooperative. Now, let's try that from a different angle then. So we're going to have to do you bitch of a thing. See, testing my patience. Should I? I had it a minute ago. No. I hate when this shit happens. Right. Toothpick. Now let's have a look from the front. Yeah, a bit of toothpick work there will do us a favour. Hopefully. Oh, you're testing my patience. Come on. I know they're big enough, the holes that is. Wait a minute. Getting annoyed. Oh, gonna have to re-glue. Gonna have to reassess how we're doing this because it's driving me up the fucking wall. All right. So why? There's an easier way than this. It's cheating, and I don't care. You're going to get rid of those little nodules. No, we are not, apparently. Okay, first let's just make sure they are the correct distance apart. That could be the problem. Let's have a look. Doesn't really matter which end I grab this by to confirm that. If that's the problem, then we're going to get rid of at least one of these nodules. No, that looks pretty much bang on. So why then are you giving me the fisting of fury? And breathe. It's got to be a better way. It's got to be the way I'm doing it. No, that doesn't have to be the case, but you know what I'm saying. What do I need to do to get this achieved? Do I need to maybe bore that hole out a bit more? That's a scary notion for various reasons. That shouldn't be a problem anyway. Let's breathe and think. I think I need to get rid of one of these nodules at least, because I reckon that's the issue. The question is going to be, should I just file it down? It's probably the way to go. Right. Bet you I can get it this time. Ooh. Nice. Good one. Now. All right, let's try now, shall we? Oh, you cunt of a thing. Gotcha. Told you we'd do it this time. Alright. Now, the other one. Well, hopefully this one will be a bit more cooperative. See how we go. Now, what's the... Okay. Now, once I get this on, because we're going to want them to dry, we'll hit the back of the 109 wheel stems with Grun. And I'll do some other work on it before Sunday. Tomorrow, we'll get onto the Batmobile. I guess it'll be, just doing prepping and organisation stuff. It's a pretty cool kit. What are these ones? These are the decals, clearly. Which ones? These are 109, but not the 109A. Different ones again. Now, quick file as we did before. Marvelous. Fortunately, nothing's come off. Now, yeah, this one's a little more tricksy. Actually, no, it's not. So we'll go from this angle. Almost dropped it all together, as you do. Let's see how well this one's going to cooperate. And that's how the other one should have rolled, I tell you. All right, this one's looking like it's going to be very friendly. Let's do it, shall we? Quick mouthful of coffee. Well, that is the aim of the game. Of course, when you're building it, is that yeah, I've got to say the whole finishing a kick quickly is not something I can talk much of. But yeah, it would be good. Just knock something up over 24 hours. Boom. Boom. Give me a moment. I will just. Boom. That's happy joy material. So we're getting there, peeps. I might want to just give it a slight. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. Right, so we've got our drop tank mounts in position. I want them obviously to dry. So, hang on, did I give you a zoom in? No, I did not. There we go. Is that a bit too far out, or is that just the angle of the camera? I think that's just the angle of the camera. That's fine. All right, zoom out. And I'll pop this. Just give me a moment while I get my shit together. Move this over to here. This over to here. Yeah, I've heard Gundams are good that way. I believe there's a. You don't need to use any glue to assemble. You just paint, assemble, click them together. And really, this landed. And what's it got inside it? Some 109 decals. I'm just going to have to. Oh, will I? Hey, yo, people. And now I've got it on bloody. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. All right. Now, our next bit is fairly straightforward, which is just as well because fairly soon I'm going to have to wind up the stream. And indeed, Once I have applied the grun to this, I will indeed wind up the stream. Alrighty. But like I said, before I get back on Sunday, I'll have finished these off so as we can I might even have them, get them on the stems, get things done to the point so as that come Sunday, we just knock these two off. But for the rest of the week, we're doing Batman. Na 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 na. Yeah. And yeah, I get the impression that while there's a lot to that kit, I actually suspect that it may not be that difficult in terms of, I think might be a relatively simple one in some ways. We shall see. We shall see. Oh, hey, Jeff, how are you doing? Ah, okay. That's interesting. You see, I don't, obviously, you only know what you really work with. And what I mainly work with is, of course, this sort of stuff. Yeah, almost mixed. Now, tell you one thing that's interesting. I'll show this to you right now, actually. This is a 109E I'm cannibalizing, as far as for parts and bits and bobs. And as you can see, it's got two vents there, and it does have a small one at the front. In comparison, 109A has none of that. Just the one at the front. Yeah. Things to make you go, Now, we mixed yet? Almost. Almost there. Stay on target. Oh, close. Close, but no cigar. Cha-cha-cha. See, it's just so, it's tantalizing close to being properly mixed, but it's just not playing the game, it tells you. Yeah, no worries, Jeff. Saw you were on. Thought I'd do so. The problem I find with catching a lot of the people whose channels I actually do subscribe to is that because, of course, time differences, yada, 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 I often find that I'm either getting ready to do my own stream or sometimes straight out of sleep or out doing other shit when they're on. So, it's a bit of a poser. But yeah, saw you're on, thought I'd swing past. Now, good people, let us, and this part won't take long. This I don't think so. I'll exhibit a bit of caution, but Dealing. We'll use this one. Alrighty. Come here, It actually doesn't even matter if I accidentally get some on the other side, which I'll try not to, but as long as it doesn't affect our little bottle and wire, which it shouldn't. Across here, down. There we go. Starting to come together. All right, now just around here. There we go. Nice. Oh, that's the ticket. What? Yeah, wiring's obviously something I don't have to deal with and don't know much about, to be honest. When I was a boy, I had the mind of a boy, but now I'm a man. Ain't got no mind at all. Aha! Now, here's a question, quite irrelevant to the whole train thing. Where I was going with the train thing was I was allowed, I had all I had to do, I did have a small train set, which I tried out occasionally, but all I had to do was just attach the electrodes and boom. It was a pretty easy little lap to. Anyway, the yeah, I was going to say, cheesy grin from the big man. If you can tell me where I got the quote about when I was a boy, I had the mind of a boy from. And you have until once I get this Grun painting done and the brush cleaned, if you haven't given me the answer, I will give you the answer. I think it's a great line. Boom. Right, so once that side's dry, before Sunday comes, I'll just do the, oops, almost dropped them, but didn't. I'll do the raised brackets in German field grey and the rest in German grey, and that'll be our wheel covers ready to rock and or roll. Now I'm just going to clean the brush. Now I'm going to wind the stream up now because I've got to get my shit together for my course. I'll give those who have not seen the whole. Put my finger in paint again. Bloody hell. Getting a bit over that as a cape. I'll put it over there so that wouldn't happen, but never mind. We'll leave that discussion there. Still needs a bit more wiping. Are we clear yet? No, we are not. Now, alrighty. Let's go squelch foist. Now, so what we got done today, we've, because we're replacing our wheel brackets, wheel covers on the 109, because we lost one. We got a little gas bottle and a wire done on both of them, and the glue coating. So when Sunday rolls around, I'll get we'll get them all happening. They may even be on the wheel stems by then. You never know. I might just get that done. We got a bit done on the P-51D. Didn't get as much done on the 109 as I had hoped, and that's because, well, the filter started to move around, but ultimately we'll get that sorted. But now we have both our wheel covers on, our you can't see because of the stuff behind it. So yeah, there we go. We've got all that done, and indeed, while I'm here, one thing I reckon we can do quite confidently at this stage is just that. Excuse me a moment, just do that. So boom. And I can even potentially, I've got to tidy up that bit of paintwork there too in due course. That's pretty easy. Give me a moment. That's it. Oh, you can't. Of course. And this is going to come off, isn't it? All of them are. This is, you've done. Oh, I'm not going to bother. It's annoying me now. Oh, hang on, I've got to zoom out. I've got a very strong suspicion at the moment. In fact, let me just see if I'm right. Come on now. Oh no. Okay, it's just the nose cone. So what I can do now, just to give you a bit of a looky-see perhaps. How easily does this go in? Nah. Ultimately, though, yeah, the P-51 is I think the middle, the hole where the propeller goes in might need to be bored out a bit. It's a bit suboptimal. We'll leave that discussion there. In fact, give me a moment. This might even be. Yeah, I'll work that out. I digress. Anyway, that's me done for today. Now, the 109 and the P-51 will not be seen till Sunday. Tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, we're doing the Batmobile with Bassman, who also has the same kit. And tomorrow's our first day, so glad you like it, Jeff. So we shall probably be doing a bit of planning, bit of prepping. And then, yeah, it'll be on like Donkey Kong. Yes, it will. All right. Glad you enjoyed the stream. Now, tomorrow, Bassman, if you like, you'll see my announcement when you come on early. I'll put the. Glad you think so, Jeff. I'll flick you the invite before the stream if you get on before I actually come on, and then you'll be on the stream with me. Sweet. All right. I'll get on to all of that in due course. So thank you for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. First time viewers, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. Other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And again, follow, like, or subscribe. Right. Well, that pretty much covers it. Now, tomorrow, I'm probably going to go for a similar length of time because in that instance, as I said earlier, I've got my swimming lesson to go to. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, keep working on your layout. That's cool. So, yeah, all that's left for me to say is that I'm going to be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch all you good people then. See yous.